Hello and welcome to Beers and Banter. This is a hobby homies podcast where we, as the name suggests, drink beers and drink banter and talk beers.
Absolutely.
This is my co-host Shane.
How are we?
Yeah, good mate. And I am Fox. And I just realized I put this beverage of mine in the freezer, and I'll be honest, it's a little frosty.
Do you remember that time at the studio in Little River when I tried to drink that half frozen beer and it went everywhere in Churchy's place?
I do remember that.
He wasn't happy.
This one, I think he vowed never to let us in the studio again, and we had to move to your house. And
that's exactly what happened.
So this normally would be a full beer, but alas, the rest won't actually come out of the can because it's ice.
Yep.
So this is all I've got, but I bet it tastes cold.
Cold indeed.
It
like
definitely
at least
has a cold.
2 degrees.
Yeah, it smells cold. It's got a cold aroma about it. What are you drinking?
Mate, I am doing a throwback to one of the early season 1 episodes. I am drinking Pirate Life South Coast Pale Ale.
Now,
this
first
was
of all,
our... Yeah.
Oh, it was because it's got the pictures around the top.
Got the thing around the top, dude. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's something that I could not grasp my small, smooth brain around. I didn't know where, because it's the life cycle of a beverage, right?
Yeah.
Depicted in icons around the top of the can.
It is, but it's lacking 2 very important ones. It's the consumption of it, and then also the what's the word when you get rid of it? Expelling.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
It says enjoy, which, I mean, that's probably like in the middle somewhere, like you would, and then recycle. So
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe recycle. Anyway. I have two thoughts. The first is that they've got a new IPA that is a banger.
Yep.
The Pirate Life just, I think maybe in the last month, released an IPA. Possibly.
Nice.
Fact check me. Go on.
Don't have the effort.
Good. Don't have the care. Yeah.
Someone will, though, in the comments, of course.
My second thought is, where do you slap the old trusty Pirate's Life Pale Ale on your scale-o-meter of 5 stars?
Good question. It's definitely better out of a glass than the can.
Okay.
Oh, man, like, it's solid. It's solid.
Yep.
Probably like...
Hello?
This whole time my phone hasn't been on silent, which is unusual.
No one messages us except for each other, and we're both here. So
exactly, of course.
It's a non-issue normally.
Now people actually know my shame.
Your shame. Yeah.
Oh, man, like 3.8 probably.
Yeah, wow. That's strong.
Yeah,
that's
solid.
Strong.
Like solid.
Yep.
Like it's not it ain't a 50-50. It's better than that.
Yeah.
But
cool.
I mean, at the same time, everything's 50-50.
50-50, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
3.8.
Well, this is a hazy, just quickly, which I believe I've reviewed before. I think
Possibly.
maybe I gave it like a 4.4 or 4.6.
Yeah, really high.
Yeah, it's definitely in there. It's super in there. You know, the first can I have after a while of not having them, I start thinking 4.6. I mean, it's just great. It's I said to you before, this is the kind of thing you could drink at 8 a.m. because it's like it's mango-y, it's just fruity.
It's like breakfast juice.
It is. It's if breakfast juice was a beer, it would be this.
If breakfast juice had an alcohol content of like 4.8%.
6%.
6%? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think these are a bit lighter. These are 4.4. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, ironically, I gave this a 4.4 potentially. So yeah, it's really good. It's really good. But alas, we're not just here to talk beers. That is a small portion.
Yes, it is.
We just recorded the deep dive into Lovecraft Part 2.
Yeah, we did. Yep.
So that's coming out this Sunday. So snag that. If you're a Patreon, you get early access. So it's probably up now, along with this episode.
I mean, slow down, dude.
We'll see.
You're putting a lot of pressure on Churchy right now.
Yeah, true. Just do them both together, man. Just like instantly, if you could, that'd be dope.
Yeah. Just put everything else in your life aside. You know, no matter what you're doing.
Hold. Yeah, maybe you'll get it earlier than most people.
Yeah.
I was super excited for that episode, actually, because when we rocked up to our online studio. I had completely prepared for a separate episode.
You prepared for what's coming next week.
Yeah, exactly.
There's my phone blowing up again.
Oh yeah, sorry, Shane. I mean, are you okay to record this Banter, or do you need to go do your important business stuff? What did you just knock over?
A can of Rexona.
Oh, okay, good. That's what that smell was.
It's getting a bit of a stank.
A bit of a stank in there. The old stanky studio vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a great episode, dude. Really appreciate you doing the research into that. A little disappointed because I'd spent a bit of time today preparing for our episode for next week, but now I'll be extra prepared. So,
well, I'm glad because I'm absolutely not prepared at all for next week's episode. So,
well,
yeah,
it might even be a surprise to some people due to the quality of our episodes that we actually know what we're recording 2 weeks from now.
We do. Sometimes it's 3 weeks.
Sometimes, in fact, I would go so far as to say currently we're aware of our 4-week rotation.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We try and have enough time. Like, we don't want to just be coming up like 3 days before and be like, so what are we doing? We've done it. Like, I'm not going to lie. We've definitely done it.
Yeah. I was like, okay, so you're describing most weeks, but yeah. The exception to the rule is when we're well prepared.
Yeah. Which doesn't stay around for long. Like, we're normally prepared and then we'll like smash out our schedule and we'll forget to like keep going. It's like, all right, we've got a 6-week block. We've done 3 weeks. We probably should look at doing like the later 3 weeks, but we'll just do the next 5 and then see what happens.
Rock up on the Monday, be like, wait, what was this week? No, actually, we've got nothing.
Yeah. So it's like,
so an extended beers and banter then.
Don't tell them that too. That's our fucking get out of jail free card, man.
They know.
They probably know, yeah.
The real homies know.
Of course.
Hey, look, last Sunday we released our episode on spring cleaning, which was more of a deep dive into our mental states rather than a guide on spring cleaning. It was
a journey, that's for sure.
A journey into our brains.
Yeah.
Part one. And it was pretty crazy because we got a lot of interaction in the Discord. A lot of people could relate or had great advice for us. Which was, I mean, that's the best part. Like, we love talking to each other about anything tabletop games, and we love our Discord. And so when the two things combine and they're talking about things that we recorded on the episode, it's just awesome because it's like, now I don't just have to talk to boring old Shane every week. I can talk to like some cool, interesting people.
Yeah, people that like their opinion that you actually care about.
Yeah, exactly. You get it. It. That's the most interesting thing you said.
That's fine. That's fine. I know. I feel it's the feeling's mutual, dude.
Yeah. And rightly so. But I want to know, Shane, we actually recorded that probably a week ago, roughly today. Where are you at now versus where you were a week ago? I think you've since then done an overhaul on your shed. I want to know about that. And your mental state around the hobby. Has that even changed?
Yep. I stripped my garage down to its bare bones. I pulled basically everything out, put it on my front lawn. Got a lot of strange looks from my neighbors and people driving past, and my neighbor that lives next door actually came over and asked me if I'm okay. So, and he asked to help, which is very, very nice. Thank you.
So
I don't think
thoughtful.
He's listening.
Yeah,
he doesn't know I have a podcast.
You're like, I don't think he's listening. I mean, there's always a possibility on account of how famous we are, but
maybe, might pop up in his newsfeed or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But scrolling through top 10 podcasts.
Exactly, dude. We're up there with the rest of them. So I emptied it out, dude. Like to the most part, there was a few things where I'm like, my front yard is full. Like, I can't fit any more of this shit out in the front yard.
Like, so you've got a big 2-car garage, but like one of the bigger ones. It's not like where you put 2 cars in and then you're gonna have to scrape the second one in on the side. You've got room for shelving. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I measured it, and I could have fit my first car in there 4 times.
Wow.
He was a little car, but
Shane's first car was a Mongoose Pro BMX bike.
It was a day with Batiz. It would have been like on Grand Theft Auto, you know, like when you try and fit as many cars as you can in the garage to save them. It would have been like that, but you would have got 4 of them in there. I pulled everything out and then reorganized all my shelves, like all my camping gear on one side, all my hobby gear on another. All my tools were like just wherever I could find a place for them. But I got it to a point of like 85% done where I'm happy with.
Yeah.
I built a little bar, so there's like a place where when eventually when we leave this current state of uncertainty, we can have beers, chill out.
Same thing we do literally upstairs of that same.
Yeah, but just downstairs now.
Oh, we can do it downstairs. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
In a cold shed as opposed to the upstairs studio, insulated and...
It's a bar there, dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, sorry. There's a bar there. Once you get a countertop on there, I'll feel like it's justified.
Okay. I'll make it happen. But as far as hobby goes, I feel better because I've got everything down there organized and away, like projects that I know I'm not going to get to anytime soon, whether I get rid of them down the track or whatever. They're there. They're fine. They're out of the way. They're not weighing on my shoulders up in my hobby room, which is also the studio.
Yeah.
But
unsurprisingly.
Better. And also like some of the things that the homies have said in the Discord that, you know, for the last couple of days has been incredible. So yeah. How you been since then, dude? I've been rambling for like 15 minutes now. I'm sorry.
Dude, the episode's 11 minutes long. You've been fine. And that's 5 minutes me talking about this hazy.
Okay, true.
So, yeah. Good, much better. It's funny. We mentioned on the episode how this was a positive thing, but quite clearly everyone in the Discord was like, it was, are you guys okay?
It's a downer.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I was at the bottom of a hobby hole where I was exhausted and I would come out to my hobby space, which is my garage, and I would just look at stuff, and sometimes I'd want a hobby and just couldn't, and sometimes I was just like disgusted at the thought of hobby, so I'd just jump on the computer because that's an easy serotonin hit. Thank you, Cody.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I was just so insanely overwhelmed during that time, and so I sort of I knew the key for me to get over that was to become organized, do a bit of a cull, not as crazy as I've done in the past, but you gave me the great advice of like, don't throw sprue out, just clip it off and make a bits box. And I was like, I don't know if I have bits that warrant that, but I definitely do.
Yeah, dude.
I've got like
you sent me pictures of that bits box, and there's like massive wings of like fucking some kind of tyrant. Yeah, like I don't even know what that's from. A hive tyrant or something, maybe.
That's exactly what it's from. I don't know what that's from. Is that from a hive tyrant? It's circa 2004, 2011. Actually, dude, it's a newer kit. Only 10 years old.
Yep.
Yeah,
and Tyranid players want new models.
I know, right? What on earth, guys? This is only a third of our age. Nutty. By the way, for those listening, I'm holding up my sprue in front of me.
Yeah.
But for those watching, I'm sorry. Yeah, actually, today I sent you a picture of my completed bits box because what's in there is all my Tyranid spare bits, because Tyranid kits for Warhammer 40k are interesting in their commercial aspect, because they'll give you a kit that can build 2 models, and often it means the torso and the legs are the same, but everything else is completely different. So once you build one version, you're left over with a head, wings, arms, everything else for this other creature you can't build because you're missing 4 parts.
Haven't got the torso and the legs.
That's it, though. Yeah, it's pretty nutty.
That's a recurring theme, I think, especially in the older kits. Not so much the new kits, but in the older kits, we're seeing that, you know, I
was thinking about it, and I was like, it wouldn't cost them any more money in the grand scheme of things to include a second torso and legs. Obviously, money plays a factor, but then I'm like,
well, yeah, that's what less kit people will buy.
Yeah, but then I'm like, I wonder if people would then complain, because people do already complain that there aren't, some kits have not enough options.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if you were to sell these 2 kits with 2 torsos, 2 legs, people would be like, oh, well, I'm forced to build 1 Harrow Specs and 1 Exocrine, but I want 2 Exocrines. Why don't they include all the stuff to make a second Exocrine? You know? So I'm like, is it like damned if you do, damned if you don't? Or is that the optimistic G-Dub fanboy in me going? But, you know, if they were transparent, we're like, hey, you know, we threw the second one in there because it's either you get that or 1 torso. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm not a smart man, but I do know what sprue is. So I sent, that's a Forrest Gump quote, by the way.
Yeah.
You got it? And you didn't laugh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Your execution was pretty poor.
Okay. That's fair. You know what? You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. I'd like to make a formal apology.
It's fine. I accept it.
Thank you. Yeah, so I thought I was done with all my Tyranid spare parts, but I've just got these 2. I found these. Yeah, I found these today. Yeah. But in answer to your question, I feel much better.
Yeah, good.
I bought a new thing for all my 40k armies, a new 4-drawer unit, and each drawer is a separate faction.
Yep.
I've got a big box that's going to storage for things that I know I won't do within the next even 18 months.
Yeah, yep.
They're going to be thrown into a storage unit. And what I'm left with is such a reasonable, unoverwhelming version of my hobby. So I'm at a good place.
Good, Jay. That's good.
Yeah. Eventually, I'll even paint something, potentially.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll get there. I know you will.
There was something I was going to ask you.
Did you know I had my first COVID jab last week?
Did you really?
Yep.
Did you survive?
Well, I currently am getting good 5G signal, so
no,
yes.
You're not. No, you're not. You reset your router earlier because you were worried the internet was going to cut out. Maybe you just need to have more faith in the 5G.
That's optic fiber. It's different.
I don't know, dude.
But you know what? I've never been in a room where so many people have been trying not to cough or sneeze.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like everyone,
Truth.
you can just see people like making like faces where it's like, yeah, you're holding that in. Like,
yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. What'd you say? Sorry. Yeah.
It was an experience. Very strange experience.
You know what? No, I won't go there.
Okay.
No, I won't go there. No, you know what? You know what? I will.
Just go there, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to go there. I sat down, and the dude that gave me my first jab was phenomenal, man. I sat down, I was like, he's like, do you have any pre-existing condition? You know, they did the usual check.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, but I am a little nervous I'll pass out on you because that's happened before. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm just like one of those people that is just unnecessarily terrified of needles.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay. Do you want to lie down? I'm like, I'm probably, nah, that's extreme. Because there's a million booths.
Yeah.
Everyone's sitting up. He's like, do you want to go over there and lie down? And there's like an old little dingy like bed. It's a hospital bed or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, there's like 80 people currently getting jabbed. Not a single one is in that bed. I don't want to be the one that's in there.
Like 14-year-old kids and like 80-year-old women.
Exactly.
And you're the one on the
people
bed.
That were wheeled in on the bed. Yeah. I was like, nah, that's fine. He's like, are you sure? It's really no trouble. Like he was probably just as scared I was going to pass out on him.
Yeah.
Than I was actually passing out. I was like, no, it's fine. He's like, okay, cool. That's all right. That's fine. Yeah, Are you sure? I'm like, no, it's all good. So he's reading off the thing. He's like, are you aware of this? Are you aware of that? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah. And he's like, how are you feeling? I'm like, you know, a little nervous. I kind of wish you had to just like done it, sat down, poked me, and I'm out.
Yeah.
And I kind of just showed him my palms, and I was so sweaty. I literally had sweaty palms. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like that nervous. But when I went, you know, when you get it, you go and sit in a room with everyone else.
Yeah.
They monitor you for 30 minutes.
30?
And 20?
15?
I can't remember.
It felt like 2 hours, but I think it's 15 minutes.
Oh, it was a blur to me.
Yeah.
Apparently that's a side effect. No, it was my nervousness. And afterwards, I was like, on the checkout, I walked past and I was like to the chick, "Have you ever like do people like pass out in here or like what happened?" She's like, "I've been here all week," and she's like, "Nothing's happened." She's like, "I thought it'd be a little bit more entertaining," and I was like, "Oh, real?" I was like, "Well, I mean, that's a good sign, right? No one's passing out, and you've been here for 7 days. That's pretty good."
Yeah.
But you're right. There's definitely that mood of like, no one wants to do it. Did you just scratch your injection site? Are you okay?
It was up here. Okay. My elbow was itchy.
I thought if maybe
elbow pit. Like, I don't know what you call that bit that's like inside your elbow.
Oh, does it have a name?
It's like an armpit, but it's elbow pit.
I like that you called it elbow pit. Have you heard it called that before? Or did you just make that up?
It's like just what it is, I guess.
What do you mean you guess?
I
just remembered.
What?
No, I mean, no one's still in this episode, but we're supposed to do our giveaways.
Oh, fuck.
For those still listening, we've got a couple giveaways.
Yep. I'll make sure I put that in the title or something so people don't listen to the end.
Yeah, we'll have to do a timestamp for this one for people to fast forward to. Yeah. Which one do you want me to do first? I got the spinning wheels here in front of me.
Let's slap the main giveaway, dude. What are we giving away? The Infinity...
Yep, Panacea booster Doots. Yeah, for sure. This one is just filled with homies, which is awesome.
Yep. Fucking glad you remembered because I was not going to.
No, I wasn't going to either. Yeah. It had to be then or now. Never.
Yeah.
So our patrons get extra entries as per usual.
Yep.
Which is on top of any entries they participate in anyways.
Yep.
But a lot of our patrons actually entered. So there are people in here with a chance. Anyways, I'll spin it.
I mean, everyone's got a chance, really, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just see like a lot of our patrons with like 3 names because it was one of those ones. I'm spinning. It's one of those ones that. Oh, is it Rad or is it Ollie? It's Rad. Well done, Rad.
Well done, Rad. Well done,
Rad Rooster. You have won yourself a Panacea Infinity Booster, which I think will go well in your incredible 5 parsecs journey.
Oh, for sure. Now, unlike most of our giveaways, I don't currently have this one in my possession. So, Fox, are you going to ship this one out or...
Okay. Yeah, I got it, dude. Don't stress.
Good.
I got it.
Good.
Just like all the others that I've been entrusted to, I will make sure this ends up in the hands
shed
of the
for
owner.
a year. And still... yeah.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a double entry one where you got an entry for. It's on the Facebook. You know. For commenting their favorite moment of the Hobby Hobbies podcast and what they would do with the models.
Yeah.
Rad had 3 entries, so he must have done that and been a patron. Well done.
Of course.
Now, speaking of patrons, who are the lifeblood of this podcast.
Yep.
Our Patreon only giveaway.
Hell yeah.
This one is your domain. This is a
Hobby Hobbies resupply pack,
which
are getting boosted. They are getting some miniatures in there provided by the Goblins Forge. So check out them for 3D printed miniatures. Incredibly detailed resin.
Because we want to save on group postage to Sydney, we're going to give those to Gridlock. Well done, Gridlock.
Well done. We'll just send it to Rad and he can deliver it. I don't know.
Yeah, true. Drop it off. Oh, I spelled Burnsy's name wrong. It was like on the line. Both of these have been on the line, and I wouldn't be able to like identify myself which one won, but the program just like pops up with the name. Yeah. Computers are smarter than me.
Yeah.
So Burnzo, unfortunately, he didn't win. Oh wow, how nutty is that? Gritty just commented in our Discord and tagged Burnsy, and it felt like he spelled his name wrong too. No, he said it right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're feeling in a much better place, having done your spring clean out. You mentioned earlier to me that after reading some of the replies of people in the Discord, that you've almost been able to use that info to self-analyze that you think since the GTO you really haven't painted much.
No, I haven't. It was actually Gridlock's message that he said the way he needs to paint is to paint a single miniature fully, from start to finish.
Yep.
And I feel that. I relate to that because that's the way that I painted up until painting my Gene Stealer cults for the GTO, where I had to batch paint them. I had to smash them out to get them done for that tournament,
Yeah.
and I think maybe it just burned me out, like, having to paint 40 troops and tanks and sentinels and bikes and all that booga booga.
Booga, indeed. Booga booga.
Exactly.
That has always, I was thinking about it when you said it. I was like, that actually has always been your painting style, which bewilders me because it's not mine, obviously. But I remember there was a while ago where you were painting your Blood Angels Assault Intercessors one by one.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this is going to take you forever. It did. It took a while.
Yeah, it took a while, yeah.
But you enjoyed it, and therefore you got 5 done.
Yep.
And in that time where I was complaining about how long it would take you to paint individually, I had painted 0.
Yeah.
So batch painting isn't quicker if solo painting is the way you vibe it.
Look, I'm not going to lie. I definitely got the amount I got done by batch painting, But
the Gene Stealer cults.
Sorry, the Gene Stealer cults. But maybe I just need to step back and paint a single model like I've been meaning to with my little palette cleanser I've got sitting on my desk.
But the funny thing is, you've even said right now, I haven't really painted since the GTO, but that's a lie because you've painted your 5 parsecs girl for the painting it pink TCG competition.
I did, yep. I also painted that 3D printed one from the Goblins Forge.
Exactly. But that was individual minis, so it even almost speaks to how much of a... Like, you don't even feel like you've painted when you paint those solo things because you enjoy it so much.
This is true. Yeah.
So hit that palette cleanser up, my dude. Because solo painting is your go.
Hell yeah. I got an RDO on Friday, so...
Done.
Maybe I'll slap that.
Bloody done.
Hell yeah.
Is that anything, or is that just to paint it?
Just because I'm on shift like the week after, so I thought, bugger it, I'll just take a day off.
I reckon he's a dope looking model. Is it Eisenhower?
Not even close.
Oh, really?
Galen Van Denst.
Yeah,
from
that's what I said, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not the 40k Inquisitor that you're thinking of.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah. No, he's from Age Sigmar. He's a witch hunter or something.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, this has shattered my universe, to be honest. This whole time I thought it was... Anyways, you could definitely use him in 5 parsecs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Very cool. Speaking of which, I've realized that solo painting is not for me, obviously. But smaller batches are.
Yeah. Like what, 5-man squads you thinking?
Yeah, I would say so. Maybe even smaller depending on the detail. I think 5-man squads, if it's something simple like Kroot, or it's even 10-man.
Yeah.
But if it's my orc snaggers, I'm kind of going in like I'll paint little groups of 3/2. So I'll do 3 first and then I'll do 2.
Okay.
And that'll make up my 5 and then I'll go do 3 and then do 2 because they're super detailed. But having realized that, I have purchased a Malifaux box.
Yeah, yes, you have.
No, it's a small box. I'm showing it on the screen for the YouTubians. I bought this from Throw the Dice. It's off the deep because Throw the Dice has some they call it, I believe, Enforcer tournaments.
Oh yeah, that's like a single miniature battle, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a battle royale that's like 6 to 8 of you. You'll bring one mini and then you duke it out just in it's just fun,
Yeah.
It's not competitive. You're not trying to win. No. This box is great because it comes with like 2 of them.
So
one little box with this engineer and his robot, but you can take them individually. So this one box allows me to have quite good variation in my Enforcer battles.
Oh yeah.
But he also then brought in a rule This is Tricky Dicky from Throw the Dice, where I'm not allowed to now buy any more Malifaux models until I paint these two and show them to him.
Okay.
And I had to accept the offer, obviously, because he's a business. You can't deny my purchases. But I was like, first of all, I was like, well, that speaks wonders to Tricky in the sense that he obviously cares more about an individual and their hobby journey than he does making money.
Just trying to make you buy everything, yeah.
Yeah, he's not trying to like go, oh, well, now that you've got these, you know what's really good with them in a full-scale Malifaux game? You should get these and some of these, so you got a few options. And you know,
don't forget the core rulebook.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But before even playing the game, you know, he suggested get a few minis, try the game out, see if you like it, you know? So I like that. That's why it's my go-to little area. But thank goodness he's also done it for every purchase I make. So if I buy like a little war machine thing, he's like, well, you can't buy another one until you paint the previous one. So now I actually got to paint some stuff if I want to buy stuff. So
you'll get it done, dude. You'll get it.
We'll see. It's like the same rule you tell yourself, oh, I'm going to paint this box of things before I buy a new one.
Yeah.
And that we all break constantly.
Oh, yeah, but you're the only one enforcing that rule. This time you're not.
Exactly. And I think that will help significantly.
Yeah.
So maybe you have to enforce that rule upon yourself.
Possibly.
So I actually played War Machine, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And I want to talk about it on next week's episode of Beers and Banter.
Yep.
Because it surprised me. Obviously, I'm already at the stage where I'm insanely overwhelmed with my hobby. And just because now I've boxed some stuff away, sold a couple things, and clipped a few things off Sprue, I don't want to then just like completely undo all that hard work.
Yeah, and just buy more stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'll be patient. I'll explain my thoughts next week on Warmer Hordes, which is what I played.
Yeah.
War Machine and Hordes. And I'll get your feedback, and then I'll weigh up where I'm at with it. So
Okay. Sounds good, dude.
Curious. Before next week, what's one hobby thing you want to have done?
I'm gonna get this dude done, at least mostly done.
Before we record again? Monday next week.
Yes.
I'll check in on that.
I'll keep you posted, dude.
Thank you. Before our next Beers and Banter goes live, I want to see that bish painted.
Oh, I will.
And based.
Oh, of course.
And given a rim job.
That's my favorite part, dude.
I know, dude. I know. I think you'll do that first before you even prime the bish.
And then I'll redo it at the end.
Yeah, of course. You got it.
Two rim jobs are better than
two laps. Yeah. Everyone knows.
Well,
we'll sign out probably. But I'm also curious if there's still any homies listening after the giveaways. They're usually just like, I didn't win. I'm out. That's a lie. Our homies are loyal and amazing.
They are loyal to a fault.
But I want to know, same as Shane, before the next Beers and Banter is released, in the YouTube comments or wherever you're listening, in the Discord, what's one model, one project you want to have finished by the next episode? And I'm going to call you out if you haven't had it done.
Yeah.
Big time.
You will. You enjoy calling people out, so
hell yeah. It deflects all negativity from me, which is the most warranted form, onto other people. So
which is the least warranted form.
Correct.
Sweet.
And on that note.
Hooroo. See you next week.
Toodles.
Sweet.